We the real rock stars, and I'm the biggest of all. I made it.
Black Gap. GFC. For years I said I was a rocker. I've been a cool kid, you know, rolling it.
Champion. Shake my hand. We fresh off of N.O.M.E.
Amazing.
Really good event. Really good event. I feel like they had good 4-1. You know what I'm saying? 4 of them was really good to me. We got to start with, you know. I mean, introduce yourself again. I don't know.
Yo, it's your boy Mark Jamgo, if you ain't know, aka Mr. Shake the Building. We here. We in Houston.
Yes, sir.
N.O.M.E, baby.
Just Anwar, man. All I can be is just me, man. Appreciate you for having me on the platform, baby.
Salute. Shake my hand. Shake my hand.
Absolutely.
Bless. Feel like the team came through and did what they supposed to do.
Yes, sir.
Bless. Yes, even you.
You know, Dre, water bottle, cuz.
You stole Tay-Rock's slogan, by the way.
I did.
They walking up to him and saying, like, talk to me.
Yeah, I stole Tay-Rock's slogan, you know what I'm saying?
That's
It's mine
crazy.
now. You know what I'm saying? I had to pocket check him for that, so you know what I'm saying? This is over here with it.
Alright.
So I'm Rita, mind my business. But
You mind your business?
business? Charlie.
You know the vibe, Charlie.
Yeah, you call him man Charlie.
Okay, we gotta get into the shit. I mean, I pretty much said it, and I wasn't sure to quote it all for live stream. John and Don versus Jakkboy. You know, I had some inside sources, you know, that told me a few things, and I switched my side, you know, to John and Don pretty much last minute. But you know, the chain angle, the whole chain of events, I predicted John to win. It seems to me he won without even doing a third.
The chain of events.
That second, yeah, I said it on the fake live stream too. I saved it. But I felt like the second round was kind of overkill, so it's like he gave us a second and third. Cause he could have stopped halfway, but he put it whole
halfway.
It seemed like he
halfway.
knew it wasn't gonna be no third round.
Yeah, Loso kept telling him like you can stop, or you can stop. He kept saying no.
Before the chain came out, he could stop.
Yeah.
John kept saying his third was crazy too. He had an answer for everything Jakkboy said for the third round. So imagine if he came with that third, bro.
But why did he fight for to finish rapping then? Like yo. Jakkboy, Maine, you know, I've been here, I've been putting in work for years, get him back on the stage. He seemed like he was content with just, I won, it's over.
I think because of how it looks. I mean, it looks, after John's second, as crazy as it was, John left Earth in a second.
Yeah.
And I feel like the way that went down, for Jack's third to not be as crazy, like John felt like he had the body after the second, so he didn't even need the third. And the way it looks.
Are you calling Sue Surf?
Jack first.
That's how Surf feels, let's say that.
That is a fact. That's a fact, so.
So what about cuz?
Jakkboy just messed up a good bag for himself.
Yeah.
He messed up
Talk
a
about
bag
that.
for himself.
Man.
He gonna be the
They
band king forever, if that.
Yeah, he may be banned.
I think he's banned from the big stage.
He may be.
And I feel like, you know, let's talk about being banned, as far as banned on the big stage. I feel like they tried to make, I don't know who they talked to, but they tried to do banned on the big stage with the lights. Like that was purposely done.
Yes,
that was purposely
I
done.
heard that after the fact.
You know what I'm saying? So that wouldn't work for me.
That was a bad John.
Yeah,
It was a bad joint.
Philly the building.
He should have never did what he did. Let's just say that.
You say he shouldn't have got on stage?
John, he shouldn't have got on stage. You should have stayed on stage. You should have just kept it quiet, heard people talking, keep rapping, keep going through your round. It is what it is. But John killed him. I don't even think John, because he was called out and John was heckled by this man, he's like, listen, they said it's over, I killed you already.
Yeah.
That's it. I ain't even gotta do no more talking. You called for me and you died already by
That's
the
a
second.
fact. That's a fact.
Are we giving away anything in this blog as far as what happened, or
What do you mean? As far as what, like
John brought the chain out?
I mean, yeah. I mean, people saw it. Yeah.
All right, I'm just making sure.
Spoiler alert!
I'm just making sure.
Get off this video if you don't want the situation. We're not gonna run the bars for you, but if you don't want the situations, things that transpired within this event, go ahead and get off of this and watch it how you can, pay-per-view, whatever you gotta do, because we're gonna be spoiling a lot of shit in raw opinion. So yeah.
I feel like let me ask. You know, one of the big things was Jack on the big stage, and I feel like 1,500 people. You know, I think that's what affected him. He was controlling the crowd at first. He was doing great. And then, you know, you got to realize there's going to be hecklers. When there's 1,500 people there, there are people there who don't want to hear you. So they're waiting for any dry
That's the thing, though. They showed you love in the first, so it's not like we're here to just really hate on you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, Jackboy, you gotta figure it out, you know what I'm saying? Because you asked for this.
Just like
You
thrown
gotta
together.
figure out what his
It was so
formula's
sloppy.
gonna be.
Yeah.
Because right now
So
you work so
sloppy.
hard on band to make it to a big stage, and then your formula just what happened. You gotta figure
It
it out.
sounded to me like he really prepared that last minute. I'm gonna say what it is.
I don't know,
Yeah.
see, even with the
It's
lights
looking
going
me.
down, we thought like he was getting somewhere with something.
And he get away
like,
with it.
what was the
Right.
purpose
What-
of it?
Exactly.
Are you gonna make a bar with like something light coming
Yeah,
on or
man.
something? And then
He
it was
could
just
have
like,
rebutted that light situation.
No, that was planned. That's what I was hearing. I was hearing it was planned
Right, no,
to look like
that.
the
That was
band is
planned.
one light shining down,
Right.
so he tried to recreate band on that stage.
The thing, and the problem is that wasn't explained. Jack should have started his
Yeah.
round with that. Like,
That
you know,
shit, that
Dree actually said, I believe, on Champion, when we were talking about the battle, he was saying, you know, in band, he has some dry spots sometimes.
Yeah.
He amplified on the big stage, and I think that's what happened. I think he had some dry spots in that third. And in the second, like, you know, and shout out to you. Shout
Once
out to
I get my word about it, I want you to keep going like that too.
Oh, this is Fiji.
That's
Oh, this
a
is the
fact.
Fiji.
Fiji battle?
That's a
Fiji.
fact. This is a Fiji
Okay, we gotta
battle.
redo this for champion so he can
Yeah.
officially present you to Fiji.
Yeah,
will
he
be-
has
He gave smart water.
He
He
gave
tried.
you
He think he
smart
slick.
water.
He smart water.
No, we needed that tonight.
Yeah,
It
we
was hot.
definitely need
Yeah.
that.
He Fiji, I'm bougie.
Yeah. But shout out to Water Bottle Cuz for
Yeah.
predicting that. I mean, you know, it is
And
what
then,
it
and
is.
then learning the details is like it wasn't somebody in the crowd that you knew personally that was really trying to, you know, end your situation. It's a random fan that's booing, that's heckling you. Jackboy, there was a heckler near the champion booth. There's a heckler to the right side of the stage. There's a heckler to the left side of the stage. And on top of that, from people that was in the crowd that I walked to, as I stayed at the building and shook a lot of hands, took a whole bunch of pictures and stuff like that. They said you didn't even talk to the person that was heckling you. The person that was heckling you got off scot-free. They said it was the people behind him, like behind him. So the heckler was going home smiling like, psych. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, John did this thing though. Jackboy, I don't know where you go from here. That's a bad move. It's a very bad move to walk off.
Horrible
Take your
business.
body. Take your body. And the first row was good,
Right.
but take your body. You know, prep bounce back, wavy bounce back. This is worse than that.
let's talk about John's second. That
He left
he
Earth.
left Earth.
Yeah,
He did.
That was one of the best John
Levitated
rounds.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Even though I switched at the last minute and picked John to win in my predictions, you know, I still apologize to John, you know, going that way initially, you know what I'm
You know what
saying?
I'm saying? Just listen to me. 2-1-3-0.
Stop going
I was
against
still
the
right.
sharpshooter.
I was still right though.
Listen.
Listen, as long as
said
you make,
body
as
in the
long as,
We
as
talking
long
about-
as,
we
as
talking
long as you
about
make the
initial-
prediction
we talking
before the
about-
match happens, I
We
predicted
talking
right.
about
I
the
predicted
initial
right.
prediction.
This
We
is my
talking about-
shit.
We talking
This is
about.
my shit.
Listen, you got a few thousand on the pre-show until you tens of thousands on
Facts.
champion.
Great rebuttal.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm
He said it
saying?
in person when the camera wasn't
You know
on.
what
Go
I'm
ahead,
saying?
go
But
ahead.
I did.
You
You know
recycled
what I'm saying?
material.
I got.
Go ahead.
They ain't see that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This back in the day. So,
Yeah.
yeah, man. But just listen to me next time.
Yeah.
When I say
Jack-
2-1-3-0, just be like, yeah, it's 2-1-3-0. Don't try to play devil's advocate with me. You feel me? They ain't look like Black trying to be. Oh, I switched. Nah.
I switched. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
that's the thing about champion. I feel like since we meet, you know, once a week or once every 2 weeks at least, we don't get to do what everybody else do and have predictions like day one predictions, 2 weeks in predictions,
Right.
and day before
Your predictions are your predictions.
Everything you saw
Yeah.
that was recorded, like us in the Red Suit, we recorded it like a month and a half ago.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's late, so that's
We-
had nothing to do with the black for nothing.
That's
Right.
the crazy part. We don't get to see everything that transpires after that blog, and
Exactly.
then we don't.
Like you said, oh, this is gonna happen, you know, because the narrative was Jackboy Maine has to finish his round that Twerk's supposed to tag him in for. That's all the things everybody want to see. But now you got the black belt. It's back on John's court. We want to see what John got to say about the black belt. Honestly, I feel like Jackboy should address that. I think Jackboy, you know, collect the funds together since what he said he got for, a house, 4-bedroom house, got the money. Then make that change somewhat real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then, I got a diamond tester right here. You know, y'all trust this diamond tester? I feel like that would have nullified John Don's second round.
Where's Gilly when you need him at the gas?
Yeah.
He should have iced it out for real. Like, okay, they got the design from Walmart, but since we like the design, I made it real. Now what?
Right.
Fire.
There was lots of angles that Jack could have taken to diffuse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What we knew was coming.
Structure
So,
though. He's a Tasmanian devil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So as opposed to like you said, sharpshooting, John, you structure, poke you this way, poke you that way to get to the point. Yeah.
John is a vet.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
He's a vet. He's a vet.
Yeah,
Rookies
yeah.
versus vets.
Mm-hmm.
This is why now you can't have it. So now like Cave Gang versus Goonies is like
Right.
you win this. We talk about Briz now. Briz not even looking at you.
Right.
Briz looking at K-Shine. Briz not even looking at you.
Right.
I feel like Briz would want to fight me if I say, yo, you versus Jakkboy. Like, what you doing, Black?
Right.
What you doing, Black?
Don't
You're not
disrespect
Don't
Briz
disrespect
like that.
me. Yeah.
Don't
So say that's
disrespect
what you
Briz
gonna
right
say
now.
now.
Yeah.
That's
This was
fact.
supposed to be that fucking
rightly
vets
so.
battle.
Yeah.
For the fucking
That's
vets
what-
Bro.
movement.
That's
Yep.
what it was
And now,
supposed to be.
now y'all giving the vets a reason to talk that shit.
Yep.
But you know, I want to clear this up too. The Goonies did say there's on the live stream. They said, listen, they wasn't trying to jump in the crowd with Jakkboy to fight the crowd. They was trying to pull Jakkboy back on stage.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
everybody that jumped off,
They
Ace
let
I
it go
mean,
in.
Okay.
drugs, Twerk was trying to get him back. Like, yo, what are you
Okay.
doing? You messing up.
Yeah.
They was trying to grab him. So, but on to the next battle. I think we all got Jakkboy. I mean, John, pardon me.
Yeah.
They was swinging like, yo.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? But the next battle, I think, was Av and
No,
Suge.
Suge.
Nah, stay show.
Pass name Suge. Pass name Suge.
That's they should.
How we feel about this one, fellas? Ladies, how we feeling?
Listen, I seen them both after their match, and they both asked me, "What do you think?" And I told them both, "Heck, got that. It was too much.
Oh.
It was way too much." Suge was not. I mean, he had his angles and all that. He tried, wasn't enough.
Y'all go with that?
I mean, go ahead, George. Go ahead.
It was a debatable.
Come
Hold on.
That's what we
You
debatable.
picked Pat Stay.
Yes, I did.
In the prediction, you picked.
Should.
Yes, he did.
And so you going with a debatable. What you going with?
I'm going with
But
Pat
listen.
Stay clearly.
Oh, damn.
I give
Talk to me.
it debatably past day. I keep it 1,000.
Okay.
You feel me? But nah.
I want to see it again.
Like,
Cause
Rounds did he lose? Which rounds are debatable?
Nah.
she can give Suge the third. Maybe not.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I want to see how
Anything
this.
I just
first
feel like-
round can be debated.
This is one of them
That's
battles that I think Pat was favored in because he went second.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
He
He had an
chance to
answer
rebuttal
for
stuff.
everything Suge said.
Everything.
He did.
He had a
an answer
rebuttal for the
everything Suge
rebuttal
said.
that he set up to make Suge make.
You're right.
Like,
The
yeah.
how
freestyle
you-
about that was
You
crazy.
playing chess now. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
Say, yo, freestyle about my flowers. Okay, when you do this, I'm rebuttal it. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
The back.
And Suge still got reaction for that.
Oh yeah. It should. This
Well, you put him in the corner. Like,
Told
he had
him,
to
said, "You're not a rapper if you don't."
Yeah.
All right, well,
Yeah.
I gotta show you that I am
Yeah,
a rapper.
he had
I got to answer it.
He had to.
How'd y'all feel about the dunk? That was the best dunk from Suge I've ever
Alley-oop.
seen.
Yeah, he really
That
got
was
Yeah,
the
crazy.
ball.
He had a real
But
best.
then again, that's one of the best dunks from Pat Stay. The pump fake.
Right. That
Yeah.
was
That,
So he
crazy.
said-
that,
twice.
that turnaround Shaq attack.
Oh
So
man.
the pump it when he said, I'm about to just dunk on you. Pump
Yeah,
fake.
pump fake. That was
Good for
crazy.
pump
Because Suge
fake.
went to go block it.
Yeah,
my-
Suge
yeah.
went all the way up.
Yeah.
So like, ugh.
That was
Oh,
crazy.
And people saying this is one of the best shotgun shows you've seen, then how does Pat Stay win this? This is the best shotgun show you've seen.
Shotgun Suge has been on a tear, man. Like, you know, he showed up versus Nitty. I feel like he showed up
He did,
versus
he did.
Pat Stay.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can show up. You can lose a battle and still be good.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I think that's what happened. I'm not gonna sit here and say, even though I have Pat Stay winning, I can't sit here and say like, you know, Suge got killed or nothing like that. Like,
At all.
You know, Suge did his thing, man. I told him backstage, I said, yo, you've been stepping it up. Like, you've been doing your thing, but you know, I can't call this a win.
It's I feel like it's not fair. I mean, in a technical aspect, you know what I mean, it is fair, but I feel like Pat Stay's aura, his defenses, you know what I mean, how he approached the battle in terms of dissection, like, come on, why you acting so tough? Why you doing this? He makes the battle mellow, like a personal battle, like, why you so this girl talk to me? I'm trying to talk to you. I'm having conversations.
Fact.
What's your life like?
Right.
He
Jimmy,
did that
come
on.
on, Jimmy.
Here's what your life like.
Yeah, you get 70.
Yeah.
Or you brag about getting this.
Yep.
You make 70,000 a year.
Yeah.
Even before you check in for your music and stuff.
You're doing better than every fan in here. He
Yeah,
said.
that's what it is.
See, when the crowd was like, damn, yeah, you do make 70, damn.
Yeah, you get 10
That'd be nice to
battles.
get that.
Yeah.
Untaxed.
I would love it.
That's a
I
fact.
would love it.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
I wish I could be a battle rapper, man.
Yep.
Free travel.
Yeah, free travel, free flight. What he said, Pat.
But it's
I mean, I
how
don't
he
give
said
it
it. Like,
away,
no other battle rapper is doing that, though. No other battle rapper is doing that.
Yeah.
Pat Stay puts it in frame, it's like, damn,
Right.
damn.
Yeah.
It's the wrong opposition. I feel like Suge did really good.
Tell me,
versus the wrong
you
opponent.
didn't give a winner yet.
Debatable past that. I gotta watch it again. I feel like,
Alright.
you know, in the building, it's definitely past that.
Okay.
But then again, you know, I made this mistake. You know what I mean? You
Right.
had Surf and Nitty, and how they cater to the crowd and make the crowd get involved, and you know, the energy, the super. I feel like Pat Stay was showing stardom.
Yes.
I want to see how this on camera. I want to see if there's dry spots in between, or
Right.
was it a slight joke that didn't, you know, got too much or something. I want to see it again, but debatable past that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Good battle though. That was one of
Great
the
battle.
one of the best
Absolutely.
battles of the night.
Great battle.
Yeah, it was a
It
good battle.
Well,
Yes,
it was
yes.
probably one of the best back and forths
Yeah.
of the night. So yeah.
It's like every time Shotgun Suge, like, okay, this is my battle. Pat Stay wins. Like,
Suge's first was crazy.
This is my
Suge's
battle.
first was good.
What was amazing, y'all know, Water Bottle Cuz and I, we were going back and forth on Champion, and it was amazing because Suge went first. Water Bottle Cuz, he looking at me, giving me the grills,
Yeah.
and then Pat go, and I'm doing the same back, and then Suge comes out in a second. And I'm like, yeah, you needed this. And then Pat goes, it's like that battle, every time. So for sure. I can't wait to go watch it.
Shout out to Pat Stay and Shotgun Suge. Y'all both did y'all thing and put on for N.O.M.E. Y'all put the battles back in perspective. I'll say after the Jakkboy situation. See how much time I got on this thing. Let's keep going. Then Av and Arsenal. We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. Leave the sugarcoating upstairs.
What happened?
Talk about your feeling. Let's get straight into it.
Yeah. Who wants to start? All right,
You want me to start? You want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, let's see what you got to say.
Shout out to Arsenal. I pointed out a few things on Champion. Well, I was the only one predicted, right?
Yeah, I had Ars.
Oh,
I had Ars. I did.
okay.
I did.
All right. But I feel like shout out to
Now's
Arsenal.
not the time to be calling people out. But
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Arsenal. He was doing big things. Like at the same time, he was doing big things with Fetty Wap. You know what I mean? But I still think Arsenal came good. I feel like a lot of things were slept on. But this ad time to show improved. The swag and surf. Who thinks to go to that?
That was
And how he set it up.
Yeah, the way he set it up.
Beautiful.
That was
that
first
was the bar
round.
of the night for me.
Yeah,
He was
man.
leaning on.
Yes.
He was leaning in and.
Av, you performance? Performance?
Yeah.
You performing now, Av?
That was explosive.
Feed Av
Tweeted
properly.
out and said, "Oh, that's
Feed
it's a
Av
different."
Feed Av properly.
I wanna see
That's
him on
who
these
we
big
at right
stages.
now.
That's a fact.
Feed Av properly.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
Av did his thing straight like that. And I think this may be clear. I mean, would you give Arsenal? I mean, if you give an Arsenal round, maybe a second. Other than that, first and third clear to Av.
I feel
You
like
can argue with 3-0.
I feel like giving Ars the second is us showing respect to his vet status.
Yeah.
I did run to. I made it a point to. I love being in the crowd, mingling with the fans. So I was walking all through the crowd, like during that battle, definitely paying attention, but getting love. And I ended up having to use the restroom, and there was some people in there right after the battle. And the argument was it 3-0 body or just a 3-0? That was the argument. I'm listening. I don't think so either, but I'm listening to people. But if that's the argument, like, you know what I mean? Is it 3-0 body or just a 3-0? Like, you know what I mean? So, shout out to Ars, man. You're doing big things with the music, man. And I feel like,
Hosted a pool party.
Yes, yesterday. Heard that Joe was crazy, though, man. Shout out to y'all. I heard it was
Somebody
amazing.
else hosted it and did they think, but go ahead.
Like I said, like y'all kill me for this one. Champ, y'all said, why is it okay? Why is it okay for Surf to hang out with Chris Brown? It's not affecting him. Oh, because this was a kind. We'll get to that. We can say. I'm gonna repeat that though. I'm gonna save it.
Different bag.
Yeah, I'm gonna save it for that. You know what I mean? But Av 3-0.
That's probably 3-0.
Yeah,
I mean, ours did have a couple lines in each of the rounds,
great lines.
but there was a lot of filler too.
You know?
Um,
Even when Arsenal losing, he's undefeated.
Right.
but he's cool with that. Yeah, he's cool with that.
Exactly.
He's cool with his performance. And Arsenal's cool with his performance.
Ars is the man. He's gonna continue to get booked. He's still a legend in this culture. We're not gonna pretend that this diminishes anything. It just it is what it is. I feel like
I mean, he's
Av
fresh off of Geechee too. He's fresh off of pretty much twerk between URL. He's fresh off of those two battles, so can't really knock him that bad. But Av did his
He
thing.
just had a good run, so this is just a roadblock.
Yeah, shout out Av for performing.
Oh yeah,
Haymakers,
moving around.
big stage.
Big fella moving, huh?
Yeah.
Big fella moving.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
shout out Av,
More
man.
of that. Definitely need more of that performance.
So Av, the bars up here, don't go below that, sir. You know what it is, man. Straight like that. So we 3 battles in?
Yeah.
3
I'm
battles.
gonna cut it right here. Shake my hand. Stay tuned for the next one. It's coming right now. Black.
These rap humans is bad, moving like Pat Ewan. Traded to Seattle after both his kneecaps ruined. Went from my mama house to on the couch, then a duplex in Chelsea whenever John was out. Yo, Chappelle.